Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Yahushai, Arachachwadash. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So the part where he said the matrix, so just replace the word matrix with darkness, because we know matrix, you go into the root words, it's just maternal, and we know this world is under a queen of heaven spirit. All right, and then the part where he's like, what truth? Neil's like, what truth? And then Morpheus is like, that you are a slave, right? But there's more to that. You're just a slave. Now, this is only for the elect, but that you're an Israelite, all right? Because Esau, Edom, which is the biblical name of the so-called white man, they spend trillions and almost, you would think, infinite resources to hide the truth of who the true nation of Israel is, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Those that may look like the heathen nations but have the spirit of an Israelite, the spirit that goes back to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, they don't want us to wake up, because a unified Israel, you can't stop, especially when Israel is all coming together and praying towards the east to Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. So let's get the script. This is St. John chapter 15, verse 18, the words of Yahweh Shai Mashiach speaking. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So the part where he's like, you felt that splinter of just wickedness and you couldn't put your thumb to it. Well, it's because this whole world is covered in wickedness. Everything is wicked. It's under a wicked vibration. Job 9:24, the world is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covereth up the faces of the judges thereof, which is iconoclasm, right? Because if you look up any of our prophets, you type in any of our prophets, they all look like Edomites, because that's what Esau, Edom did with their iconoclasm. They even painted the Most High and our deliverer as Edomites. And they even say that the true nation of Israel look like Edomites. Like, that's like that's why Job 9:24. I mean, the world is only a wicked, putrescent, reprobate would think to do such a thing. Verse 19, If ye were of the world would love his own, right? You'd be celebrated. But because you're not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. And they may not say they hate you, but they show it in subtle ways and in open ways, with their eyes, body language, whatever. You know what I mean? You know why? Because if you are the hopeful, like, you're operating at a positive, righteous vibration, even when you're in your day to day. And the people in the world are operating in a wicked vibration, even in their day to day. So obviously, it's just like two opposite, or two of the same ends of a magnet. They repel each other. You know what I mean? It's the same way we repel wickedness. It's the same way the proud hate humility. The same way the humble hate being prideful. So this is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. And what happens when you're covered in darkness? There's no light. But luckily there's a remnant. You know what I'm saying? And you know that a city can't be hid. A city full of light, it can't be hid. And the elect represent that city, starting with the author and finisher of our faith, Yahushua Mashiach. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yashai. So, once again from Isaiah 60, verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and that lines up with Job 9:24. All right, Esau, Edom with his witchcraft and deception, and gross darkness the people, right? They're under this wicked vibration, satanic vibration. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee, right? Raising up his prophets, starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And ultimately, that glory will be seen when Yahweh Mashiach makes his triumphs return. So with that, I hope y'all were edified. Shalom.